Welcome to our 10th NASCAR Diecast review, here on AJ's Diecast News and Reviews. I figured for episode 10, we should do something special. So today, I have a very, very, very rare car to share with you. But at the same time, it isn't all that rare, or maybe it is. Well, it sort of is. Let me explain in a second. Today, we have a 2006 Valvoline Dodge Charger from Evernham Motorsports, driven by Scott Riggs. Yeah, Scott Riggs, father of Lane Riggs. Wait, I know what you're thinking. How is this car rare? You can find the 124th version, but can you find the 164th version? Alright, 2006 Scott Riggs 164th, and search. Ah yes, inaccurate results. There was no 2004 Pontiac that Riggs drove, so that's wrong. Second is a Cars variant. A legit Stanley result, another Cars variant, haulers don't count. Oh, here's a Hot Wheels Cars variant. Two wrong dated cars. A Cars variant, an incorrect Pontiac again, and a non-applicable Chevy, and yet another 2006 Cars variant. Whole row of incorrect results. This row has 3 cars. And so does this row. Alright, you get the idea. You can find the Cars movie promo variant, but not the normal Valvoline scheme Riggs raced most of the season with. So, Hot Wheels Racing and Action Racing each made promo cars for Pixar's new movie at the time, Cars. These were made in massive quantities, obviously, and they have flooded the used market. In fact, that's all you can find is the 2006 Scott Riggs Cars movie scheme. But you can't find Scott Riggs' normal Valvoline scheme. It's really hard to find. In fact, I haven't found one in over 7 months of trying on eBay. Today's review, I'm lucky enough to own one. And what makes this one even more special is that it's signed by Scott Riggs right here on the top, hopefully. So this car comes in a plastic clamshell. The top right says it is a limited production, but we don't know how many were made. I'm starting to think that these may have only been made for Valvoline themselves. It might be a promo car. There on the box we see Scott's signature. Nice. Now let's open it up. The front features the iconic Dodge Charger nose and grille of this era. Very aggressive, very sharp lines. Unlike all the other cars online, this one has Valvoline on the hood, and not Lightning McQueen and the King. Action Racing also has a very glossy, shiny paint on this car, not unlike what Hot Wheels Racing had been doing years prior. Rolling to the side, the scheme of white seems to rip apart, revealing a beautiful American flag with stars, some red, and some white stripes. I love those contingency sponsors, and of course we get that distinctive Evernham number font for the number 10. I love how the number is white here, but on the roof it's blue. The little splash of yellow from Stanley on the C-pillar looks great, as does the blue Valvoline against the white background. Valvoline's designs back in this era were top-notch, truly some of the best. Everything just nicely comes together in the back of the car here. The red lines beautifully connect on the bumper beneath the word Dodge. I love how the numbers and wording varies in color depending on the location of the car. The Valvoline has now turned white here when it was blue on the side. There's also Stanley on the deck lid. Here is the other side. The car also comes nicely with rubber tires. It's hard to see, but the inside of this car is actually intricately molded and detailed. You can see hoses and various structures inside the car. Impressive detail for a 164th model. Riggs had the best season of his short career driving this number 10 Dodge. He earned an average finish of 20th, led the most laps of his career at 132, nabbed 2 pole awards, and had 8 top 10s with a single top 5 finish of 4th at Bristol. The 2 years prior, Riggs drove the MBV Motorsports Valvoline Monte Carlo. When that team folded, Evernham took him and the sponsor and switched his car over to Dodge. Riggs raced one more year with Evernham in 2007, but struggled with qualifying and eventually flat out missed several races. This was the beginning of the end for Evernham Motorsports, as well as Riggs' career. Riggs would be replaced by Patrick Carpenter in 2008. As a comparison to Riggs' 2006 Charger, here is his 2004 rookie car with MBV Motorsports. This particular diecast was made by Team Caliber, so it's thick. A high-quality diecast in its own right, all metal. The thing that confounds me about Team Caliber is they never painted the rear taillights on their cars. It never made any sense why they didn't do this. So, there you go. Scott Riggs' 2006 Valvoline Dodge Charger, the peak of Riggs' NASCAR Cup career. I love the design of this car, and the patriotic lines look fantastic. It's a great full-time scheme with great colors. I like it even more considering how rare it is and how I can't seem to find them anywhere online. I'm also blessed with the signature on top. That's just the cherry on top. I love that. Very cool. Happy to have this car. So what do you think of the car? How did you like Scott Riggs as a driver? And is he a good example of a what-if driver? Like, what if Petty Enterprises hired him as the driver instead of letting him go when Evernham folded? Please share below your thoughts. Anyways, I'm AJ, and that's all for this episode. Thanks for making it to episode 10, everyone, and we'll see you next time.